Can you talk about wearing cologne and smelling good?
Well, dude, I mean, literally, if I call my wife on the phone right now and I ask her how many cologne bottles does she think I have roughly, how many do you think she would say?
40.
Let's see what she says. Call Melissa Lee.
Calling Melissa Lee iPhone.
If she would have answered, she would have probably said 100. I give away 10, 20 bottles every time friends come over.
Melissa Lee.
Hello?
Hello.
Where were you? The neighbors or something?
No, I was taking stuff out to the garage.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
Suitcases and
If you,
laundry.
if you had to guess how many bottles of cologne I have, how many would you say?
100.
That's fucking hilarious. I said that's what you'd say. But how many do I really
should
have?
say 1,000, but like 100 really.
I really have 100?
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe more?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, like, if I'm looking at it, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you have so much cologne. Why do you have so much cologne?
Do I believe in cologne?
It takes up a drawer, a whole big drawer, and all underneath your cabinet and above your cabinet.
Do I ever forget cologne?
No,
Do I wear cologne every single day?
every single day.
How come?
Because you want to smell good.
There you go.
Pretty.
All right, I love you. Hey, now see how easy that is right there? Shit. Why? Because you want to smell good. Exactly. So what do I think about cologne? I think you should wear it. Now, again, some people would say, well, it could offend some people. I don't give a fuck. If you prefer that I smell like eau de sweat, I'm not hanging around you much anyway. Okay? I don't want to hang around a bunch of earthy stink people. Okay? Not interested. Like, again, if a chick has a bunch of hair under her arms and she smells like sweat, she can do that, like good for her, but I'm not hanging around her. Celine's like all pissed because she knows I just described her perfectly. No one on this call obviously is going to be doing that, but there's people in the world that do that. And again, they might not like cologne is my point. And that's okay. You're not going to make everyone happy, Clint. But if you ask Brad Lee, would you recommend cologne? Yes, I'd recommend cologne. Okay, and I'd recommend soap, and I'd recommend toothbrush and fucking toothpaste, and I'd recommend wiping your ass more than once. Don't wipe so, you figure the undies will get the rest. Wipe until it bleeds if you have to. My personal favorite, wet wipes. Yes, adults can use wet wipes. See, like that's common sense. That's the same as cologne. Wiping your ass and cologne, same thing. Showering every day. Like, dude, has anybody ever went a day without showering? Girls do it more than guys do it. But I can tell you there's guys that go days without showering. Like, dude, I cannot understand how that's possible. You wake up in the morning. You must take a shower. You don't look fresh. You got to take a shower. Every single day. 2 times a day if possible. I like taking a shower right before I go to bed too. Just so it's nice and freaking fresh and it's all awesome. And then when you wake up, you're not really needing to shower. You just rinse. It's quicker. But at the end of the day, obviously everyone on here is already showering daily, so we don't have to go into that too much. But you guys get my point? I'm telling you right now, dude, you want to smell good. There's no question. Do you want to smell good? Now, the question is what smells good? Because I can tell you there's one cologne, and it's expensive. And whenever I smell it on a guy, I run from the guy. There's a guy that I like, but I can't hang around him because he wears this cologne that is so fucking gross. It's unbelievable. It's like patchouli for men or something. It's like this nasty ass. And by the way, it's expensive. I think it's a Louis Vuitton brand. I forget it's hard to even pronounce. But when you wear that, or he wears that, I should say, because I don't smell it all the time. But no matter who wears it, like I go ugh. But every time he wants to come up, what's up, and give me like do the handshake, half hug type thing, my voice changes. It's like because he pours it on. Guys, if you're doing more than 2 pumps, it's too much. Dude, a little squirt on your wrist, rubs on the other wrist, and then maybe a mist behind an ear. That's it. Maybe you squirt it and walk through it. You just want to have a vague fragrance of cologne. You don't want to smell like you bathed in cologne. And by the way, I know there's women on this call. Same thing goes with perfume. Okay? We want to smell a vague fragrance. We don't want to smell a French house. Like, you put on too much cologne, dude, I don't care if you're male or female, it's too much. Don't do it. It's stupid. You stink. And you stink even if you smell good. Because sometimes, believe it or not, you find a really nice smelling fragrance and pump, 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 pump. Everyone will be like, oh, damn, dog, what'd you do? Because it's too much. So a good bottle of cologne, that's why my wife always wonders why I have so many. A good bottle of cologne will last I don't even think I've ever ran out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's exaggerating because I have ran out before, but very rare do I run out. I still got 3/4 of a bottle of Obsession. Remember Obsession? Now again, if you guys didn't wear Obsession back in the day, you better go get some right now. You don't want to miss out. You want to go through some part of your life wearing Obsession. Believe it or not, when I was young and didn't have any money, I wore a cologne called Stetson. You ever heard of Stetson? If you can find Stetson cologne, dude, I'm telling you, girls would always wonder what it is. I'd get mauled by people wanting to know what it was, but I was embarrassed because we bought it at it's like a stupid cheap one. And they'd say, what is that cologne? I'd say, I'm not telling. Oh, I can't tell you. And it was Stetson. Freaking great, dude. And then the girls, any girl that ever wore, what was it? Gloria Vanderbilt. Holy shit, dude. I'd follow them around the mall if I even smelled Gloria Vanderbilt. So again, everyone's got their own, smell with certain fragrances. So you got to find something that works, but whatever you do, don't make it heavy, but make sure you have on cologne. Anyone here doesn't wear cologne or perfume because of the health reasons and the hippie reasons? Everybody wear deodorant? Good. Because, dude, there's people out there, there's titanium in deodorant and you're giving yourself some cancer. I'd rather stink and die at 80. I'd rather smell good and die at 80 than stink for 100 years. Personally. You want me to say that again? Think about it. I'd rather smell good and die at 80 than stink for 100 years. Honestly, I don't want to be the guy that stinks. Do you? And that goes with smoking cigars, smoking cigarettes. If you guys smoke, I'm telling you guys right now, you stink. Okay? You go smoke a cigar, you stink. You come back from the bar, you smoked a cigar, you stink. You come back to the job from smoking a cigar or a cigarette, you stink. Wash your hands, do what you got to do, don't stink. Does that answer your question, Clint? I believe in cologne.
Yeah, it does. I've all heard that, like, you use the term, man, you walk into a room, you smell like a French. I'm a little bigger guy, I got a little extra. And I think I need to smell better because if you're a little bigger, should be working on that, of course, too. But you need to do more to be clean and smell good and look good.
Well, dude, again, technically you're right. So it's eating, and you maintain, but do not compensate with cologne. Like, dude, my assistant out here, she will try to compensate cologne for cigarette smoking. She'll go smoke a cigarette and think her cologne will mask it. It doesn't. So don't put on too much cologne, Clint. I can see you now, and I can smell you right now. I smell cologne right now. You're like a freaking cologne junkie, aren't you?
No, not particularly. I do usually one, like you said, on my wrist and my neck. But I do believe in, like, if you walk by someone, you know, and you get a whiff of them, I would a lot rather have a pleasant smell and smell like musty laundry or, you know, like they haven't cleaned. And I believe people feel the same way about me when I walk by, that that person smells good, they're clean probably, right?
Well, dude, you don't want to smell like pea or pancake batter either. I've walked over to people before, look, and then they're all unkempt. They're all, you know, their whites look dingy, and they're just like, you know, they just look dirty. You know, like they got grease on their neck, and their neck is multicolored. You ever see the guys I'm talking about where like, is that dirt on their neck? What is that? But it's almost like they didn't wash. They're not clean, and they smell like pee, like a vague hint of pee. Like I would not go to their house if they invited me, because I would think that I will smell like that when I leave their home. Have you ever went into somebody's home and it stunk like pee or something nasty? I'm always worried when someone comes to my house, because we have dogs. Is it going to smell like pee or poop? So I'm like obsessive with the maids and everything. Like no pee or poop allowed. And by the way, one of the dogs that my wife rescued pees and poops in the house. Thank God it's this big, and I keep threatening to kill the dog, but they don't believe me anymore because I've never done it. Dude, you don't want to be that as a human being. So obviously, dude, if you know, do not smell like pee, do not smell like freaking sweat. And again, if someone says, "Hey, dude, listen, I just sweat a lot," guys, then you need to take multiple showers. See, the solution is so easy, it's crazy. But people, oh, that's inconvenient. Oh, it's inconvenient taking a shower. Why don't you just stop wiping your ass? You're going to shit again. Why don't you just stop altogether? Like, why waste the toilet paper? It's just going to happen again. You know what, dude? If I don't have toilet paper, after I go drop a deuce, I'll jump in the fucking shower. Why? Well, dude, there ain't no, I ain't going to wipe this time. There's no such thing. Now, those are the extremes. You guys are thinking, well, obviously, Brad. Well, okay, well, we're not talking about that. But it's the same principle as walking out of your house without thinking that you look very good. Or knowing that you could look better, but you don't have time. Because if you don't have time, were you prepared? Did you get prepared? No. Are you doing what I'm teaching? No. Why? Because the first thing I tell you to do is get prepared.